ọjọ́ ọmọ abísùjú kan jàkadì lọ́rùn tó fà jakan tí wọ́n mi dá lọ fà nílé ọlọ́rọ̀ mi ò ìjà ń sojú ìbí lọ́fà ó sojú pọ̀ nínú oko ó sojú lákọ̀ọ̀rùn oko ẹ̀rẹ̀ nílọ́fà kalẹ̀ ò bàrà ńlá ní kánú oko ọ̀fà nílákọ̀ọ̀rùn oko mbà sódò olóko mbà àwọn ilé ọ̀làdọ̀ mi ẹ̀yin lọmọkún orí mo dáṣà kẹrìírí ẹ̀yin làkàlà tí mo rí mo dáṣà kẹ̀ǹbẹ̀kú ọ̀làdọ̀ mi mo rí mo dáṣà mi lápá ẹ̀rọ kìíní mo rí mo dáṣà mi lọ́bẹ̀ sì rárá láàmì bẹ́ẹ̀ bá láàmì ẹ̀dápẹ̀ wọn àjẹ̀kẹ́ àbẹ̀ òdìlẹ̀.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami. Salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to Itanai Gidi. Labarin Dunia na gaskiya, akukon madu. Real life stories. Here we tell you nothing but the true life stories and expect that you all get to listen to it. So that way you and I will not fall victims. Kindly click on the subscription button if you've not done that already. Also click on the notification button so that you would get notified. So you would be the first one to get notified when things are posted here or when I come YouTube live. I love you all. Thank you for always coming here to watch me. Always remember to click on like, to click on share, write your comments and feedbacks. And also remember, this is a page where we support victims with zero tolerance for perpetrators. So I just wanted you to take note of that. Today's story is a tough one. For me, I think it's a tough one. But I'll go ahead and read the story. I want to read it word for word. And also you'll be hearing directly from the victim. I would start by reading the victim's text message. So I had posted something on our platform on Facebook. The victim happens to be a very involved member who was always out there to participate in our group. So he commented on one of the posts that I made, like I said. I'll go ahead and read it now. He stated, Alhaja Sumola once asked me, what will I do if I catch my would-be bride in bed with another man a night to our wedding? My heart blessed as I heard the question. I became instantly dizzy. I knew I would not take it. But she responded to me, if she appears for the wedding the next day, let the wedding continue. I left her and walked away. That same year, I left for Ghana because I caught the girl I love on a sofa with another guy with ERECTED dick. 17 years later, I regret leaving for Ghana because I was hot. Sometimes leaving that cheating partner may not be the best appropriate action to take. I'll go ahead and play the voice note so you guys can listen from the victim. Thank you.
Yeah, so like I said, somewhere around 2005, there was this girl I liked a lot. Oh, I really liked her very much. And one day I just climbed the upstairs of her house and I saw a boy. The boy has been disturbing her, and I saw him smooshing her, and the next thing the boy saw me and he was afraid, and he stood up with erected penis, erected dick. And I felt sad. When you see my favorite girl, even in your parlor, I felt very sad. I felt very, very sad. Oshuyemuku, Nigeria, because I couldn't handle the pain. That same month, by 25th, I just left Nigeria for Ghana. I just left because, I truly loved that girl. Already do me. So sometimes, when we give, we don't give because we have. Most times when the man gives to you because he likes you. You understand? He gives to you because he likes you. And some of us have really suffered in the hands of women that we are giving so much to, and they failed us. In fact, in Ghana, I am an Achimota boy. But Achimota myself, there was a girl I liked a lot in a pharmacy. That I go there a lot. Even I pay for a lot of people's medications. I pay for a lot of people their medications. I pay for it a lot because I like this girl. And in one of those days, I mistakenly paid for the medication of a Northern King, and the man prayed for me. So I don't know, for whatever happens, this girl was not so satisfied. She wasn't so satisfied. And I was like, kilo bring. You've seen policemen come to your pharmacy to me and greet me. Even though I'm a Nigerian, you've seen important men come there, see me, respect me. So I have all the credibility you think you might need. And she did something I wasn't happy with, and I was like, kilo benefit. So I decided that instead of giving to older women, let me just be giving to small children. Because I can't, because of offense, stop giving anyway. I can't, because of offense, to stop giving and stop giving. So I continue giving, but now I give to children only. So I don't know. Like I said, anyway, actually, I regretted my decision to leave because of pain. I regretted my decision to leave because of it to me. I regretted my decision to leave because 13 years after I came back and I realized that I shouldn't have left, even though the matter pained me. Okay? So sometimes, things can pain you, but in relationship, things can pain you, but you must also learn to trust God to use patience. No, I still see that girl. I see her. The way I too like this girl. And the most painful thing is that guy did not even marry her. Later, they separated, the guy left and all those stuff. So the guy was like a sababi to divide me and her. Yes, the guy was like a sababi. What about if I was a little bit patient? I did not allow that pain and the hurt. I did not allow that pain and the hurt to make me walk away. What about if I had stayed? So sometimes in relationship, things can be very painful. Your spouse can hurt you. Your spouse can do things that you are completely heartbroken and completely devastated. And sometimes patience is the best key. Right? No one can. It's difficult when your partner cheats on you, or it's difficult when somebody you love dearly does something that hurts you a lot when it comes to cheating. It's difficult to forgive and forget. But patience can also help us to heal. And God will help us. Thank you, Ajay. You're awesome.
So, you heard from the horse's mouth. That was tough. I spoke to him excessively because we had an interview. And But I'll try to read what I wrote on our page that warranted this before I head on and play another voice note to you guys. So what I had stated was, ladies and gentlemen, if your partner cheats on you, leave his/her ass. I put 3 years on it. No second chances. Just break up with him/her. If you are my partner and I happen to cheat on you, leave my crazy ass. Yes, I have disrespected you by entertaining another count while I made a promise to only be with you. If he/she cheats on you, it means he/she does not value or respect you as a woman or a man. She/he sees you as a subservient toy. I put a laughing emoji there. Who will always forgive him/her when he or she goes awry. A real woman or man will rather break up with you and goes in for the next count or virus. That is maturity and gusto. That is a real woman/man, not an ambivalent human being who says I love you and fucks another count or phallus. Some people take comfort in this mantra. It rains everywhere. Meaning every woman/every man cheats. So leaving a guy/lady because he or she cheats is not going to solve any problem, because probably the next guy/lady they will go for also probably cheats. Who even told you girl/guy that every woman/man cheats? I don't know who told you guys that. Who told you it rains everywhere? Biko. I don't get it. When it rains in Massachusetts, I live in Massachusetts, Boston. Say for instance, they say it rains in Massachusetts, Boston, in Logan Airport. Does it also rain in Nigeria, in the Abuja Airport? Think about it. I put a question mark on it. Keep fooling yourselves. It rains everywhere and it will rain STD in your body. I said that. Quote me anywhere. Because of some small coins and materialism, some girls are receiving from their abusive and uncount boyfriends. They would rather stay with a guy who beats them to death, hitting their heads against the wall, than a humble guy who would show them unconditional love. I pray some women receive the holy sense. Yes, I always say that. The truth you don't want but need to be told. I say it as it is and I'm unapologetic. So I'll go ahead and put the next voice note we got from the same victim. And I'm giving a shout out to Oba. His name is Oba. Oba means king. Oba Shopin Ashore. Mokin, sir. Mokin, I respect you, and you're a brave man. I've not seen a Nigerian man who is as brave as you, who will come out and tell their story the way you did. I know he always tells me that I'm a Nigerian man, but culturally, I'm Ghanaian too, and I'm well exposed. So I do not think just like a Nigerian man thinks. That's what he always says. This person that I'm talking about is a very respectable person, and he's also into politics and a writer. I'll go ahead and play his next voice note so that you guys can listen to it.
Where everyone is coming from in order to do each other right. May God guide us and help us and lead us right. You are appreciated, Ajia. Yeah, Ajia, if you don't mind, I just want to also share this now with you. what most of us don't understand is the woman's body is her biggest treasure. Okay? A woman's body is her biggest treasure and gift. So the moment you cheat on a woman, you've cheated on her entire being. And there are two kinds of women. Number two, that's why we don't understand the concept of submission. When a woman wants to hand over her life to you, she submits herself to sex. She hands over her body to you through sex. So she lays down for you to climb on her. Okay? While climbing on her, you penetrate her and bond with her. She is saying, you are now my master. You are now over my body and over my life. So when you cheat on that kind of woman, she might find it difficult to forgive you. She might find it difficult to forgive. Because she gave you her all. That is why you see, woman, but I gave you my everything. I gave you my heart, my love, my body, my everything. That body is very important when they mention it. Because that particular place is our point of surrendering. She's a dependent woman. She's looking for the master over her head always. She's looking for somebody to submit to. She's looking for somebody to surrender to. So the moment she asks child for the first man, she looks for another man again to go under him, to submit under him by submitting to sex. She may become pregnant for that one again. That one fails her, looks for another man again, and she submits under him for sex, handing over the control of her life to him. The submissive part. Now, the independent woman, as I must understand it too now, the independent woman, the moment she submits her body to you and you fail her, and you cheat her or you disappoint her, she quickly submit herself to hard work. She submits herself to diligence and to hard, or to education, or to career, or to pursuit of something that she sees as the Lord over her life. So the independent woman has career as the head of her life. The independent woman has career as the only thing she submits to. The independent woman has career as the only thing she bows to. So the moment a man disappoints her, she goes back to to what she bows to, her career. That kind of woman, she can be boasting, no man has told me for the past 5 years. No man has seen me apart in 6 years. Yes, no man will see her apart in 6 years. Why? Because the authority she bows to and gives her body to is career. So she reads, she works, she labors, she commits her entire life to hard work. So she submits. So that kind of woman, no. It's because her nature is the independent nature and she submits herself to hard work. That kind of woman, if you jilt her and she submits herself to hard work, she's going to tell every woman that a woman must have her own money. You need to go to school, go to university, get your PhD, get a good career and a good job. Because of why? That is what she submits to. Those are the people who teach some everything that men are not important. Alright? And so when we understand that submission also is not just about it's not about enslaving. It's about submitting to that authority over your life that you are willing to follow. You are committed to follow. So when you cheat on a woman who is submissive to a man who is committed to follow a man, she will still find another man sharp. And when you disappoint a girl in a relationship who is committed or submissive to career, the moment she shuts that door of love towards man, she may never open it again in life. So you see some women who are 40, 50, they are still a miss. They have big companies, they have big investments, they have big careers, they are doing very great in their chosen work or chosen career. They are doing amazing there. It's because they have the independent spirit. When you hurt them as a human being, they fall back to their independent authority and they commit to it in career to build it. When we understand these things, we learn to value each other, we learn to respect each other, we learn to appreciate where everyone is coming from in order to do each other right. May God guide us and help us and lead us right. You are appreciated, Ajah.
So you heard from Oba. Oba, I give you a shout out again. You've said it all. However, we all have where we understand things too. I do respect everything he has said. Oba is in his 50s. He's a Nigerian man. He has other nationalities. He is a good writer, like I told you guys. He's had his own share of betrayal in life. Would I say what she did was right? Absolutely 100% wrong. I was shocked when I was talking to him and he stated he wished he never lived for Ghana. I got brain dead at that point because I was like, what? What do you mean? He was like, I should have stayed. I should have married her. The person who was on the couch with her with his dick upright did not end up marrying her. Remember he said Sababi. Sababi is like destiny. So like I explained, Sababi is like destiny. My Yoruba people will say, Amuwa Olorun Oba ni. Abunda Allah so near follow. But I told him over the phone, I said, with all due respect, sir, me agbani mujuba fagba. You see that I took my hat off, my Malo hat, my Igbo wear. This is from Delta State. This was given to me by my grandma. I love her so much. She was once a Miss Nigeria. Yeah, we have beauty pageants in my family. I love that. So like I was explaining, it's called Otogun. The Delta people call it Otogun. So it's one wrapper down there, and then I tied another one up here. So this is like an Igbo attire, and this is my Nigerian football match stuff. So Excellency, Her Excellency, so it gotta be written over there. So I'm wearing things that represents Nigeria today, the green, white, green. May God bless Nigeria, and may God bless America, and may God bless all over the world, because I know all my viewers are from all over the world. So I put those blessings out there to you. And my heart represents the Hausa. So look at how it is. So the main three dialects are Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. That is why you hear me say, Itaye gidi, labarin dunia na gaskiya, akukondu madu. Those things I just mentioned in those three different languages, in the three Nigerian languages, means true life story. In Nigeria, or would I say in Africa, especially with the Yoruba culture, there's a lot that has to do with respect. So I told you earlier on that when he was talking to me, because he is in his 50s, he told me, I regret leaving for Ghana. I would have stayed, I would have married her. I was looking at it like, she ewa okisa. You know, like I'm like, are you all right? Like, it seems like something is wrong somewhere. Because I, personally, it was a no-no. Because I'm like, why would you get someone with your own korokoro eyes, meaning with your own eyes, seeing them together? I mean, you're with this girl, and then apparently that's cheating. Why should you be with somebody and then you have somebody there with you with erected dick. Why should that happen? And why should he be smooshing you in the first place? Definitely something is going wrong somewhere. So I respected the fact that he left for Ghana. I would have done the same thing. If I did not leave for the Ghana, I might as well end the relationship. I mean, we all think in a different manner. But he used the agba. When I say agba, the way the elders see things. And he explained to me. He said, ìrírí ayé burúkú rèé, pé nǹkan burúkú tó ṣe mí. Nǹkan burúkú tó ṣe mí, mi ò gbàdúrà fún. Ó kàn wá ni, pé ńgbà míì, a máa ń gbọ́n ju bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ṣùgbọ́n, a kì í rò pé a ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa. What he stated, or what I stated in Yoruba was that he stated, this is a big misfortune that happened to me. And a lot of times, you cannot stop destiny from happening. So he's taking it as his fate. He's taking it as his destiny from God, that it happened. It happened, I overreacted, I would have stayed. And I told him, I did not see anything you did wrong. I wouldn't stay. And he was like, how many partners would you then keep changing? And he stated, what if you're with the next partner and they cheat? Would you leave them? I do not believe in that. We should leave our partners because they cheated, because apparently another partner might cheat. If you end up leaving the one that cheated and you went to a new one. And I looked at myself and I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, hell no. I said, that mentality, I do not agree with it. That's why I always come here to preach that the fact that one person hurt you does not mean that you should be a bitter man or a bitter woman. Not everybody is a narcissist. Not everybody is an abuser. Some people might have abused you emotionally. He has been emotionally damaged. I'll tell you that. It's been 17 years. It's been 17 years. But I believe he has started healing for him to have opened up to talk about it. However, I feel he is still going through the emotional trauma of emotional abuse, because believe it or not, that was abuse. Sometimes we toy with people's emotions. It's not everybody that can take it. Look at him now. He had to leave Nigeria for Ghana. He had to start another life overnight somewhere because of somebody's careless attitude. Why do we do this? Why? If you know you're not interested in people, do not toy with your lives. I do not think that he should have been with her. He thinks he made a wrong decision, leaving for Ghana or not marrying her. Me, personally, I say kudos to you and I praise you for leaving. And if you were my brother, or since you are my member, I know with age, I would always be agbaleje. Like I said, he's in his 50s. So what I stated in Nigerian language in Yoruba was that I respect you just like I have to respect my elders. But given my own view, I have to tell you that what you did was right. I don't think you did anything wrong by not getting married to her. How long do you want to do this for? For me, I believe you will keep having that flashback of what happened. Now, you would use that same flashback to always make reference to things when you guys have a fight. Is that what you would have wanted? So, all I have to say to you, sir, is stop feeling bad that you did not end up marrying her. And stop feeling bad that you left for Ghana. I believe you did the right thing. So, let's cut it out there. You know me. I like to say that. I know you're older than me, but I'm telling you, cut it out. All right, let's get back to his next voice note.
Yeah, I just saw a topic on the Ghana Relationship Summit where I also belong, and I feel like also sharing this with you because there's one thing we all noticed. We keep saying, but you can all our son when she does that. So you're supposed to forgive and forget. Oh, well, okay, fine. I've done it. I'm sorry. I apologize. She's supposed to forgive and forget. Let's move on, you know. But there's something we don't know, which I call the consequence of pain, or the damage of pain and hurt. The damage of pain and hurting. I know someone, I think in 1994, no, 1992, who sponsored his younger sister's wedding, almost like 80-90%. Today, I'm not sure they are talking like that. Because in that sponsoring, he noticed the women were manipulating the expenditures to gain extra cash for themselves. They were not willing to give accountability of what they were buying and what they were collecting money for. So they were like manipulating the expenditures to gain money for themselves. To the extent that even his own mother, you know, did a fake cry. And the man was like, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? You're suddenly crying. You know, I think that thing damaged the man. And till today, since 1992 till today, that's about 30 years, the man is still damaged. His emotions has been damaged in lack of trust when it comes to money. His emotions has been damaged even when it comes to money. You know, he doesn't trust anyone anymore. He doesn't trust anybody. He doesn't trust. Yeah, I think 94. It should be 94 thereabout. 94 December. And he doesn't trust anyone anymore. In fact, now I'm going to be using him as a case study. He's also for relationships in the US. Now I'm beginning to understand certain things. Now, I realized that this man spent over 40 years in America. He never bought a house in America. He has money. He's very rich. He never bought a house in America. And I realized the reason why he did it was because he was sure that he wasn't, he was sure that the American government or the American law favors women more. So if he ends up buying a house and he and his wife has an issue, the possibility that he will lose everything to his wife is high. So the guy never bought anything in America. He never invested anything in America. He never did anything inside America for over 40 years. So if this is somebody who has gone to the US since like late 60s, thereabout, or let's say late 60s, because his first child in America is 1970. If such a man has had that kind of emotional issues towards relationship in America since then, 52 years ago or 53 years ago, then you can now see that even in 2023, there are damages that has been done to our emotions. So why do men disappoint women they take to the women that bring them to the US? Why do girls, wives that their husband bring to the US, they disappoint the men? So the consequence of the hurting of each other is so bad, is so great, that it extends to 30, 40 years. The consequence of hurting your partner, the consequence of hurting the person that care about you is something that can extend to 80 years. And it's that bad. And I realized that, sad enough, this consequence of hurting ourselves Sometimes the person that did wrong is just too entitled. Okay, now you can understand. But do you know the damage emotionally that you can understand has already caused? That by just saying you can understand, you think it can be solved? Sibling rivalries began as early as age 4 years and age 5 years. And they don't forgive even up to age 70. I told someone before, I said, children don't understand forgiveness. Children between age 1 year and 5 years has not mastered and has not been trained to forgive. So when you hurt a child between age 1 and age 5, that child will not forgive you. Because the child has not been taught the concept of forgiveness. And that forgiveness can linger till age 70, age whatever, because it is the hurting of someone who has not understood the concept of forgiveness. So what are we doing against ourselves that is hurting ourselves, and we think we just go see big dimben now, go see big dimben now, but there are a lot of damages in our lives. Families has been divided, children are divided, homes are divided, kingdoms are divided, powers are divided because of lack of understanding of the consequence and the damages of pain and hurting each other. When we begin to understand that if I hurt this person, how will that person's life be affected by hurting him or her? If I fail this person, how will that feeling change and affect the psychology of that person? If I disappoint this person, how will that disappointment affect the mentality of that person to the intent of that person begins to deal with other people based on my own failures? So how will my wrong damage somebody's psychology, somebody's emotion, somebody's spirituality, so that in years to come, the person has not recovered from that hurting and that pain that I thought we could understand? God will guide us. You are appreciated.
Thank you so much, Oba, King. I greet you. I give a big kudos to you and a big shout out to you. Mon kinyo, ujuba funyisa, eshonga. This was a Nigerian man telling his story. Isn't that powerful? We don't see African men having that chest to tell you this happened to me and this is my story. He came up without no one asking and owned up to his story right on our page at Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami. And I told him, I wrote there, feel free to let me know if you do want to tell your story. He was so excited when I said that and immediately sent me a message. And we set up an appointment and we talked about it. So, you heard it from a man. Let's always come with good intention, with clean hands. If you're not interested in someone, kindly leave them alone. It's not everybody, like I always explain, it's not everybody that wants to be sleeping around. And it's not everybody that appreciates people that sleep around. There are some people that don't care. I've had women say, oh, in as long as he gives me money and performs his duty at home, I don't care whoever he's sleeping with. I just want the money and I can find my peace. Haba, has it gotten to this? Let me tell you something that I tell my members. Whatever you tolerate during the time that you guys are doing boyfriend and girlfriend, be ready to tolerate it in marriage. Oh, he's going to change. Oh, she's going to change. You're lasani. Oh, na lie. It's scam. Some people don't see the red flag. I swear to you. Like the other case I treated the other day, she told me, Ma, I did not see all this red flag. He was really in love with me. Yes, a narcissist would leave no trace sometimes. Sometimes people will look at you as a fool. How did you let this happen to you? Sometimes people get jazzed. When I say jazzed, they use psychic to, get them with like love potions and things like that. They use herbalists, juju, voodoo. So, we've talked for so long. He helped me say some of it, and I'm here also telling you today, leave the partner alone if you want to be a cheater. I will stand with my full chest any damn day and say that. That is emotional abuse. Believe it or not, that can stand in any court of law. People always think abuse is only physical. No. Domestic abuse can deal with physical, emotional, psychological, financial, spiritual, to name but a few. So I'm begging you, even people calling you names is part of emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is deadly. Look at him now, 17 years, he could not move on with nobody else. So what am I trying to say? For him, he's powerful, he's doing perfectly well, he's handling it, he's able to do his job. I mean, he's published books. He's also into other things that has to do with the movie industry. But believe me, you damage people. He just said it all. And what he stated in Yoruba was like, people would just say, "Shebi motibe, move on." Like, I've already said sorry, move on. A lot of crazy idiots always use that and say that. Motibe, ko dami loni. Ire bori buolon bemi. When the errands rokam banza, ke ko kai, ne kike bani, ko kake bani. So you know you're doing wrong by me. And then you keep coming back saying sorry, sorry, sorry. Sorry cannot fix it. You're breaking people. Sorry can't fix it. You're messing people up. It's called reverse psychology. They will be the problem, but they will come back and gaslight you too. So remember, he sent in his story. However, when I posted some other things, he sent this in because he saw that we were talking about relationship today in our platform because it's a support group. So you might want to join us on Facebook so we can all be the change that we want to see in each other. We have our platforms. Look at the links and you can just click on it and voila, it will connect you to all our platforms. I love you so much and I appreciate you coming here. Remember, I would always love you. I do. And I mean it. Remember, maje obuadubo, maje okwadubo. Abinda na cewa ne, kar ki zama wanda za ta dinga bude duri ko ina. Kai ma kar ka zama wanda zai dinga bude bura ko ina. Let's learn to be good. What I stated in Hausa and Yoruba was, do not be a public dick and do not be a public pussy. So, peace out. Let's end it today with a prayer. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa hayyul qayyum la ta'khuzuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fi samawati wa man fil ardi man zal ladzi yashfa'u indahu illa bi izni ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum wa la yahituna bi shay'in min ilmihi illa bima sha'a wasi'a kursiyyuhu samawati wal ard wa la yahuduhu hifdhuhuma wa huwa al-'aliyyul 'azim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa hayyul qayyum la ta'khuzuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fi samawati wa man fil ardi من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يئوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يهود حسهما وهو العلي العظيم لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل بسم الله الذي لا يدور ما اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم بسم الله الذي لا يدور ما اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم بسم الله الذي لا يدور ما اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. May the peace and blessings of the Almighty God be on all of us.
Family.